I now wish to invite the Honorable Mphahlele to the podium.
Honorable President, Honorable Deputy President, Honorable Speaker, Honorable members and distinguished guests. February 3rd, 2013 marked the 50th anniversary of the Battle of Mphahlele. Eventually, PAC lost 12 of its cadres in the gallows. Msholozi Baba, as your government commemorates the raid on Lily's Leaf Farm, please give a thought to the fallen heroes of Mphahlele. Let us remember our heroes and heroines on non-partisan lines. The PAC wants to applaud you, Msholozi, regarding women's rights, especially the 50-50 approach. In this respect, the ruling party is streets ahead, and it deserves compliments. In a country like ours, where women constitute 52% of the population, 50-50 is still underrepresentation for the women. Legislation alone is not enough to liberate women from the yoke of male domination. Female inferiority complex and male superiority complex cannot be legislated against. Yet these are the two pillars of patriarchy. We have to work on our attitudes in our public and private lives. On the mother of all questions, the land question, the PAC welcomes the reopening of the lodgement of restitution claims. Lest we forget that every indigenous African is a legitimate land claimant, with or without documentary proof. Our DNA code is sufficient evidence. The kinky texture of our hair, the color of the night of our skin, and our click-rich languages should suffice as the proof that Azania, in fact, Africa always was and always will be the land of the Africans, from Kemi to Assange. We welcome a departure from the willing robber, willingly robbed approach. The PAC family believes that the land question cannot be resolved within the framework of the Constitution as it stands today. The Constitution itself blesses the colonial theft through the property clauses. Unless we change the Constitution, let's not promise the landless Africans a delicious pie in the sky. No African should be called a land grabber when they occupy the land of their ancestors. The land grabbers are those who are occupying the land because of the superiority or the firepower that their European forebears had over the spears and arrows of our forefathers. People must stop waving blood-stained title deeds each time the Africans demand what rightly belongs to them. Izwe lethu. Honorable President, your declaration of war on corruption rings hollow to the ears of the nation. Under your watch, the poison of corruption is flowing thick in every artery of the society, the state, and the ruling party. Let me cite an example. You certainly know the Crooks brothers, Solomon and Abraham. They always give money to your party and to individual leaders of the ruling party. During the days of apartheid, they made their fortune by manufacturing skin whitening chemicals, which they sold as skin care products. They rode on the wave of white supremacy which viewed the black as inferior and the Africans as subhuman beings. The Koch brothers, more than anyone alive today, benefited from apartheid. Presently, they parade themselves before the world as the brains behind the idea of Apartheid Museum. We all know that Apartheid Museum was originally conceived by Mike Steinbank. They stole the concept from him, aided and abetted by the untransformed and white supremacist judiciary and the ruling party. It's like having the Nazis claiming that they conceived the idea of memorializing the Holocaust victims. The Africans were the victims of the Koch brothers' chemical warfare. They still are, because chemicals left lifetime scars, physical and mental. Honorable President, Stakespruit is on fire. Your speedy intervention will be helpful to normalize the situation. Businesses have ground to a halt. On Friday last week, the police shot dead Wele Mkokri, a 16-year-old schoolboy who was doing grade 6 in Kobushiani. He was shot twice in the head. The people of Stakespruit, Eastern Cape, are sick and tired of corrupt councillors and skewed service delivery. Mohlomphehi President, thuto e bohlokwa, mathomo a thuto ke polelo. Re le ba mokgatlo wa Pan Africanist Congress ya Azania, re ka thaba ka barutwana ba ka ithuta ka polelo ya ka gae. Go ne le batho ba naganago gore ge o bolela Seesimane o hlalefile. Ba lebala gore digasu le ditlela tša Engelane di bolela Seesimane ka dinko. Dihlalifi le boramahlale ba Afrika ya bogologolo ba ba agile go diphiramidi ba be ba sa tsebe Seesimane. Jwale Morwa Malala mošolozi wo mobotse košeng a re bolele dipolelo tša ga borena gobane ke sešego ebile ke mohlodi wa setšo sa rena maAfrika.
Honourable Member, on that happy note,
Morwa Malala motswa ga bogala ele ditsela di wela kgwahlana ke a leboga.